Can't believe I didn't go for 101%. I actually can, because I believe I just did that for, what was it? Well, I mean, I clearly did it for hard mode. I don't know if it was a different ending. Also, hello. You might be wondering why I'm so quiet. Well, I don't want to wake anybody up, but I really wanted to hop on this and see if I still remembered how to play it. So we're gonna go for hard mode. And I'm gonna see what I can do before Ravi gets on, because I got stuff I gotta do with her tonight. But we're gonna have some fun racing tonight. I hope. Oh no. Can't go with Crash. We gotta go with my baby T. The greatest little buddy there ever was. Wheels. Let me get the paint jobs that I want. I want to get Pesto. I think it was Pesto that I had on him. My colors. Let's see. This is an old cart. What do we actually want to use? Now that I think about it. You know what? You know what? I'm not gonna do that. I don't even know what I want. This is gonna be the hardest part of the whole game. Hold up. I actually have. Oh, it's that one. That's right. Okay. I'm not actually gonna go with that. I don't even know why I looked at it. Who knew, honestly, that picking out the vehicle would be the hardest thing we could have ever done? You know what? Let's do it right. Yeah, let's do that. Ooh, the atomic purple is actually really good. Oh, actually, you know what? We're gonna go with that. not really number what's our secret to be. You know, might not even get that far. I'm just sitting here making things all day. You know what? So I'm really glad we did this. I wish we would have done more of these. But that's fine. You know what? Let's go with the blue gem. Oh yeah, we do have these too. Let's go speed. Alright, my baby boy, baby T. I don't want to say baby boy, baby T. But my baby T. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get the absolute best score possible. I don't know why I said best. We're going to beat everyone in our way. Ain't nobody gonna stop us. Lucky, why are you walking all over the computer for? I love you to death, but you can't just do that, baby girl.
Greetings, creatures of this planet. I come to compete. So you pesky Earth slugs like to race, eh? Well, I, nitrous oxide, am the fastest racer in the galaxy. I travel the stars looking for creatures to test my skills. It's a little game I call Survival of the Fastest. Here's the way we play. I challenge the best driver of your world to a race with a planet. If your driver wins, I'll leave your miserable little rock alone. But if I win, I will turn your entire globe into a concrete parking lot and make you my minions. Get ready to race for the fate of your planet.
Help. How are you doing? I hope you can hear me. I gotta be very quiet, but I am here. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to test this out, and I had literally nothing else to do. So I was like, why not test it out and stream it? How are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I saw something about you moving on Instagram. Am I crazy? Kelsey, I'm doing the best that I can. I hope that you can actually hear me.
Welcome to the adventure area. You can travel around this area and practice your driving skills. The dots and stars on the map represent warp pads which lead to races. When they flash, it signifies they are open to play. To access a racetrack, drive into a warp pad that has an active warp vortex, and it will take you to the track's starting line. Finish the track in first place to win a trophy. As you collect more trophies, other tracks will unlock. Good luck, and drive fast.
Kelsey, how's that? Am I louder? Is it better? Can you hear me? I'm trying to be quiet since people are sleeping, but I'm here. I think Kelp. Please tell me that you can hear me. Heck. Heckity heck. Please. Please let my voice come through. I hope that you can hear me. Oh no. Heckity heck. Heckin' heck. I want my voice to be able to come through and for y'all to hear me, but I don't want to have to like get this close to the mic and be like, hi. I would laugh. I would honestly laugh if I had to do that. Dang it. I didn't want to do this. But I need to. I'm gonna have to pull up my own stream. And whisper. Okay, so I can hear myself. Alright, let's get that off the screen. Let's get it off my phone. Kelp, if you can hear me at all, just know that I miss you. We do need to like actually talk again here soon. But yes, I'm just trying to be on the quiet side. And I'm also wanting to get some practice in on this because I haven't played it in ages. And if I'm going to be doing the developer time trials again, I gotta get good. Oh no, gosh dang it. I could not. Oh, please. Yeah, I am definitely not as good as I once was. It'll take some time, but I know I can get back to it. But here's the thing. I can beat this on hard mode without too much issue. I'll be very happy. If I can beat this on hard without too much issue, it means I'm not too far off from where I used to be. I mean, I'm still kind of a ways, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. The good thing is, I think this is one of the harder tracks in the story mode. Well, actually just in the game in general to get a decent time in. And I'm already getting back to where I can hold flame, which is perfect. that's all we need in this. As long as we can hold flame. And I can get back into the swing of things. We'll be good. We'll be fantastic. Oh god, the coins. I don't even need the coins anymore. Wait. Did I unlock all the skins? For all the characters? I don't remember if I did that. I'm gonna check here in a second. Also, Baby T is literally the absolute best character in this game. You have to be mad to think anybody is better than Baby T.
Congratulations, you win a trophy. You can go faster through turns by power sliding. Press the power slide button while performing a hard turn.
Okay. Customization, let me check. Because I knew it'd have to. Oh. We never finished unlocking all these. What's the last one I had left? We won't do it today. We'll do it whenever I actually get back and start doing the normal streams again. This will count as a new part for Crash Team Racing, obviously, but okay, so I did get all of these. Not everybody has a gold tier skin, which made me sad. Don't let me just like taking a quick little peek at everything. I really do wish everyone had gold tier skins. Oh yeah, you remember Rainbow Crunch was a good one for a long time for me. I always loved Enchants, and I was so glad to see he had gold tier skins like immediately. I remember Enchants was one of the first ones I actually used a lot. Oh yeah, I had a punk. Yeah. The one thing I didn't like was never one of the Nitro girls got a skin, all of them got a skin. Lemons. Lemons? I didn't even realize you were streaming. You were playing Stray? Also, hi, I don't normally stream at this time of night, but I wanted to practice this game a little bit. Because I'm going to go back to it soon. We don't have any updog to give Rampager, I'm sorry. No updog. What's up there, Rampager? But how Stray? You're on that affiliate live? Wait, did you hit affiliate? Spruce Lemurs? Spruce Lemurs, did you hit affiliate or you're on your way? Because Ravy actually just hit it recently. Team IB is getting those gosh dang affiliate buttons. The subscription button. Don't mind me going to your channel real quick. I like your emote. But yeah, Ravi literally just hit it like a week ago. It actually wasn't even a week ago. It was just like 5 days ago. Yo, you hit it right after her, like a day or two. Dang. So who's next? Rampager, are you next? Was it a concert? Just got home from Merciful Fate and Creator. It's in the end of her stream. What do you mean not by a long shot? Rampager, when are you gonna become a Twitch affiliate? Also, could I just say, Ravi told me the dumbest joke. I love her to death. I still think this is a dumb joke, and she knows it's a dumb joke too. But she told me like a couple days later, she's like, I was taking out the trash, and she's like, I was taking out the trash, and I saw all the neighbors outside, and my immediate first thought was, little did they know that they're in the presence of a Twitch affiliate. You don't stream. Then who's gonna be next? Wait, Rampage. Oh. Molar streams. Molar might be next. Also, sorry, I'm just going through here because it's been so long since I played this. She didn't need that many variants. You wanna... Oh, I know you two probably didn't play this. You know how people will always complain about stuff in a game? They complained about the skin because they're like, oh, Real Rue's mouth's too high. So you know what they did? They gave us fixed Real Rue. His mouth is lower. That's not even a joke, they just decided to give us the same character, but they lowered his mouth and called him Fixed Rillaroo. This is an abomination right here. Because people complained that his mouth was too high. He was only in one game before his mouth was lower, and they're like, oh, you butchered him, you broke him. And so they're like, alright, we'll give you him again with a lower mouth. They also gave you a box, in case you wanted to be the box. The fixed one does look better. But yeah, you can straight up just be a box. In fact, I want to be a box. But yeah, I'm kind of just practicing this again because I gotta go back and get all the developer time trials done. I only have like 9. And I haven't played in over a year, so I gotta get better. So this isn't like a real normal stream, this is just me being like, you know what, I have to do this. I can't just jump straight back in when I'm ready to go for those time trials and beat them. But what I can do is absolutely demolish the hard AI. I messed up the start. See, this is why I need to practice. Imagine going online. I'm not doing good in this right. I was about to say, imagine going online and getting beat by a box. That'd be pretty humiliating. The box doesn't have any arms or legs, it can't even steer. They can get shot at though. Oh, that was a bit broken in the first place. I mean, I wasn't in the first place when I got it, but I was in the first place when I got the box. Also, this game is similar to Mario Kart, but it has the added thing of these boosts. As long as you can keep the chain going, you can keep your maximum speed. You'll know if you have it based on the fire. This isn't the maximum fire, it goes up to blue, but only specific speed pads will do that for you. And there are none in this level. Yeah, this game is Mario Kart on steroids if you can actually get a lobby full of amazing people, because you can double lap people if you're good enough. I am not good enough to double lap people. I'll just leave it at that. But I mean, I can still handle hard mode, which makes me happy. We haven't ran into a boss, but the boss might be a bit on the hard side. Who knows? I sure don't. Actually, the boss is probably gonna kick my butt because the boss is probably gonna cheat. But we'll see. Ah, yes. Imagine racing and losing to a box you could easily just stomp on and break.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
To get a turbo boost while power sliding, wait until the smoke from your exhaust turns black, then press the power slide button. If you wait too long, you'll hear a backfire sound and miss your chance for a boost.
Rampager, since you say you lose to boxes every day in your life, do you agree that the box should be labeled as a bad guy? Because it was with Uka Uka. Which honestly very much surprised me. I was also thinking of showing you something, but I don't know if I live my life like that anyway. Are you saying it because of your job? I feel like you might be saying it because of your job right now. Yep, that's what I thought. So, Rampager, can you do something for me next time you go to work? Can you break a box for me? And if you get in trouble for it, just say I told you to do it. And get me in trouble instead. Because I put you up to it. I don't know if that would go over well with the employers, but there's only one way to find out. Don't actually do something that will get you in trouble, Rampager. Please don't actually do that. Also, another thing I'm wondering if I can still do is I used to be able to race and read chat, but I don't know if I can still do that. Will you do it? I wasn't gonna go the shortcut. I should have gone the shortcut, but I want to see if I can keep this to the next lap. Oh, I think I actually hit that as it was popping up. We're not gonna talk about how that just let me slide on through. It'll be fine, I hope. Also, keep in mind, this is on the hardest difficulty. And I don't see anyone catching up to me. Oh, I lost it. Oh no, I messed that up real bad. Lemons, I think I asked this, I don't remember if I did. How was Stray? I wanna play that game, but I have no way to play it. I have no PlayStation, and my computer is nowhere near good enough to run that game. I failed that boost. That's okay. Oops. Maybe you're failing all my boosts now. This is why I'm practicing though. You finished it? How long is the game? Do you get to swat things off of tables? Do you get to live the actual life of a cat? You think you played like 6 hours? That's not bad. It's not a long game, but that's not bad at all. Some racing games can be super easy, especially when you were able to learn the right path, like Mario Kart. Just like other games like Hot Wheels Unleashed are more difficult. Mario Kart is definitely a lot easier than this. Also, I don't know if it's still the case, but one of the developer time trials was less than 2 seconds off the world record time. The devs in this game aren't playing around. Yes, you take little naps in Stray. I want to take a little. I want to take a nap in Stray. I want to take a nap as a fur baby. The mechanics in this one can be insane too, because there's a lot of like brake turning, where you have to like hold back on the stick in a specific way to where you won't slow your car down and keep maintaining your speed. And there's a couple of tracks on here that I know are going to be a nightmare for me whenever I get to it, because you can easily like I can't even do U-turns now, but like you gotta be able to do that and maintain speed on certain tracks, and the wrongest input can just cancel out your boost whenever it comes to going in the U-turns. And there's a specific developer that is notorious for having the hardest dev times, and he of course has it on 2 of those tracks. I've beaten a handful of his, but not those 2. And I believe the 2 that I'm thinking of are the hardest tracks in the game to beat the dev time for. And they're, if you play Crash Team Racing, the original, they're part of the special circuit after you get all the gems. Also, this game had all the tracks from the original, all the tracks from Nitro Fueled, and it had 8 free update tracks. Also, this track has weird like little things that you need to do. Oh god, I messed that up. But where the half pipe like opened up, I'll show you in just a second when I get back to it. You never played any? Oh, that's a shame. The Crash games are so good. Crash and Spyro in general are amazing. I grew up on them on the PS1. At least I can easily say the old ones are amazing. I can't say the same for all the new ones. Y'all didn't see that. We're not talking about that. But this spot right here. It might seem weird to do this, but if you can jump up here immediately from the boost, it's much better than just going through the tunnel, like the bottom part of the track. It kind of like sends you a little bit further ahead for some reason on that jump. But not by much. It might save you like maybe half a second. Yeah, I don't understand why the box is evil. Rampager knows why the box is evil though. Oh gosh, that wasn't the best, but I'll take it. I thought I was getting squished there. Why am I up so late? I did get enough sleep. So Rogma, you might be happy to know, you might not be happy to know, when I went to sleep, I was up till 4 in the morning. And then I passed out until 2:30 in the afternoon. Rogma, what are you still doing up? Wait, it's not that late for you. Never mind. I should shut my mouth. Because it's honestly not that late for you. That is fair. I realized that a little too late. But it's currently 12:24. I needed to practice this for dev times. Also, do you like our box? Oh, you're about to sleep? When you do get to sleep, I hope you have a wonderful sleep. 4:30 a.m. is early for you to sleep. What is your normal sleeping time, Rampager? Because I know you've always had a bit of a different sleep schedule than the rest of us. Rogma, the box was like one of the last characters they added. It was like a free update thing, and you had to go through all the tracks to find a box. And if you found the box, you were able to drive as it. Would you like to see the characters? Like 8 AM to like 2 is when you normally sleep? Or do you like normally wake up to 1 or 2? I can English. Rampooper, I can do that. I can do that. Oh, Rogma. Rampager here's the reason why I'm named Booty Hawk. It was because of the New Day, wasn't it, Rampager? I told Rogma I would explain that when I was more awake, and I'm definitely more awake now. I said Rampager is the reason why I was called Booty Hawk. That was you, Rampager. It was because of the New Day and what was it? I think you told me I was booty if I didn't drink, and I was just like, okay, I'm still not gonna drink. That doesn't change anything, and you started calling me Booty Hawk. That's where that came from. Do they still say that? I don't really keep up with wrestling. Okay, that tracks. Oh yeah, Rogma, I told you they put Spyro in here.
Yes!
This is actually one of the Spyro carts. Not sure you're out of the loop on WWE. You still watch wrestling there, right? That hasn't changed, I wouldn't think. You also have Hunter and Nasty Nork. They didn't get any gold tier skins. AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Okay. Oh, I forgot Hunter had my favorite colors on him. Also, I think this is hilarious, but I already showed Rampage and Lemons this, but people complained about Rillaru's face. They're like, his mouth is too high. His mouth is too high. And so they're like, alright, we'll give you a second Rillaru, but we're going to call him Fixed Rillaru. Wait, you were there Wednesday. That's right, Lemons mentioned y'all would be there at one point. I forgot to watch. I could have watched and possibly seen y'all on TV maybe. I could have possibly seen y'all on TV. It makes me sad. I should have watched it. No, we're gonna go back to my favorite character. I'm gonna go to Tiger X Baby T. Oh wait, we gotta race. What's his name? Ripperoo. It's like he's not Ripperoo. I just saw Ripperoo, so I had him on my mind. Let's see how bad this is. Oh no. I'm not gonna be able to get away with this. Did I? Oh, I took him with me. I took him with me. Aw. Ripperoo, I'm so sorry. I love you as a villain. But, I'm sorry it has to end this way. You're not even gonna see me again. We were next to the locker room entrance facing the camera. We weren't always on screen, but we could have been. Could have been seen. Okay, I still got it. I can still read and race. That makes me happy. Also, just because I'm reading while I'm driving this game, do not read and drive. Read and text. Don't do none of that. They're bad. Don't follow my example when I'm playing a video game. Because, I very well might do something I should not do. The brew is always my favorite. Your mom hated this race? Oh, well, I can't. I lied. I can't read and drive anymore. My mom hated this race, so I always did it for her. This one could have been a lot easier if I messed up. That second lap was good. Yeah, do as I say, not as I do. I'm a terrible parent. I say that like I have any kids, but I do not have any kids. I'm trying to say. So, I do love Ripperoo, but throughout the original Crash games, my two favorite bad guys, I don't know why the first one is the first one. Oh, it's not really in any order, but I've always loved Poppy Poppy. I don't know what it is. I love Poppy Poppy to death. And I love Pinstripe Pitaru.
Congratulations on opening this new area. Here you will find 4 more tracks to race.
What?
Good luck.
Pitaru? I love this guy. Gosh dang it. This guy. Pinstripe. I always thought he was pretty neat. I like how I'm over here like, here's one of my favorites. I don't know what the heck he's called. I couldn't tell you to save my life. Oh gosh, please. Also, I wonder if I could do the time trial method on Pura's Tiger track thing. It's not Cocoa Park. It's not Cocoa Park. Oh, she did? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember it. Like, I know the track. trying to think of what it's called. Like what the actual track is called. Also, y'all want to know a little secret on this track? Y'all want to know a little secret on this track that you got to do to beat the developer time trial? Bet you would have never thought to do that, unless you, well, knew about that growing up. Or played it before and tried to be the fastest there ever was. I should have hit that. Also, this track is absolutely stunning in the remaster, or the remake. As you can tell. Oh no, I hit the wall. It is absolutely beautiful. I do love what they did with this track. And also not doing as well as they could be doing. Let me hit this. Oh no! Oh no! No! I was trying to do the jump with the TNT, and as you can tell, it did not work in my favor. This also doesn't work if you don't have a boost, and I'm just now realizing that. And I'm not about to lose the AI. Okay, I'm not to lose the AI. We're not going to talk about it. We're going to act like this never happened. The tunnel here is really nice. Actually, let me back out of this real quick, and I'll show off some of the newer tracks. Or I'll just kind of skip around and show some of the older tracks. You said your mom liked Pinstripe's track. Let me take us to the Pinstripe's track. Let's see. These two are actually, before the little cogwheel in the top right corner of each track means they beat a developer time trial. The yellow, silver, and green are for Entropy, Oxide, and Velo from Nitro Karts. Hot Air Skyway. Hot Air Skyway is one I gotta beat. They have every single track from Crash Nitro Kart. And then these were all free bonus update tracks. They have a Spyro track. Actually, you know what? Do Hard Skyway and I'll do the Spyro track. Yes, they do. The team behind this really loved like Crash's history. They even brought back I can't remember what her name is. She's a little panda girl. But this panda character was only in the mobile phone version of the Crash Team Racing games. Like, they brought her back, and they brought back a character that was rumored to be in this game in the PS1 version, but was never intended, and then they just like recreated a new version of that character called Hasty. It's like a reindeer. But there's like old concept art of like a oh gosh, I messed that up. There's concept art of an old there's concept art of like a hippo, and they kind of took the silhouette and they recreated it so it can be theirs. Oh god. Oh god, oh my goodness, I barely made that. Yes. I can drive around the zone in the next race and show you. Yeah, I'll do the next track on Spyro's course. If I can keep this for the entirety of the track, that would be amazing. Oh gosh. And the people that have been working on Spyro, even for the mobile game Crash on the Run, from what I understand, they brought back a character that was created for one of the Tiger Electronics handheld games, like the little mini black and white Game Boy, not really Game Boy, why did I say Game Boy? Almost like Game & Watch, but it was after Game & Watch. It was like that kind of style of games. There was a character that was made specifically for it that they brought back. And that was its only appearance until they brought him back for the Crash on the Run mobile game. Now we get to go the slow route. Can I still make the hop? Okay, I can. I messed up a lot on that track. I messed up a lot there. My time was what, 2:30? My time was like 2:30 something. I have to go down to 2:13. Okay. Now let's check out Spyro. Characters. Who did I say I play as? Oh yeah, this guy. Hasty.
I'm the pilot in command.
So originally, I thought it was a reindeer. Originally, there were rumors for Crash Team Racing on the PS1, because there's images of like a silhouette for a guy that looked like this. I think there was actually a full drawing of him. It was like a blue hippo guy, and the guy was like, "Oh, I just did this like for a friend for something. I don't honestly remember what it was." But just because I had rumors that he was supposed to be in the game, this company decided, you know what? We'll make it a reality. Let's see. I know you should know some of these. I'm trying to think. From here to here, that's all Crash 1, 2, and 3. Except... Well, actually, yeah, it was 1, 2, 3. Well, no. Also Crash 1. These two were never in the game before. These are just made for this. Kind of like Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. You know, Nasty Nordic Hunter and Spyro, of course. He's from Crash 4. Crash Nitro Kart for these guys. He's in one of the Game Boy games, but I never played him. He's also Crash Nitro Kart. He is too. So are these two. Me trying to remember where everybody is. These are the girls from Crash Team Racing that you would see at the end. Like the ones that would like give you the trophy in the PS1 version. These are literally those girls. Crash 3. Crash 2. Crash 1. Twinsanity. I loved Twinsanity. Twinsanity is the best Crash game outside of Naughty Dog's games. Crash 1. These two are Crash Tag Team Racing. They made King Chicken for this game. Crash Bash. Also Crash Bash, obviously. Crash Tag Team Racing for these two. And this one was made for this game based on a rumor that was on the original. She was on one of the Crash mobile games, and that's all she was on before this. That's from a Game Boy Advance game. That is actually a Game Boy Advance game character. I love Twinsanity. Twinsanity is amazing. These two are Crash 3. These babies are actual canon. Crash Nitro Kart again. You've seen him. He's in like every game. And then Box. Let's see. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna race as the guy. I should probably race as the guy. I should probably keep my word. Oh, he's Sweet Tooth.
Oh yeah.
Pretty one with Sweet Tooth. That was. Let's see, characters. That is Cortex, Engine, Tiny, Dingo Dial. I thought there's somebody else here. I'm not sure. Yeah, they're all fused together. I feel like there's somebody else, but I don't know if there actually is somebody else. What do you mean, no? Do you not like that the cart is alive? Oh wait, we need to change the wheels for going for the sweetest ride available. Rogma, I'm just gonna say that pun was on accident. That pun was 100% on accident. Now there's no harder mode. You hear Cortex laugh and here comes Tiny in your nightmares. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you have nightmares of them yelling at you tonight, feel free to yell at me tomorrow, but I'm hoping that they don't haunt you in your dreams tonight. Also, a lot of Spyro's track will look very familiar to you. Oh, you remember how you wanted to go in that door in Spyro? We're going through the door. The end of Spyro 1.
Better than hypersonic.
Oh yeah, they changed the Wumpa Fruit to gems in this too. Oh god, same with the item boxes.
Hold on to your inner self.
The door.
Yes.
So I want to play Crash 4, because I did the remakes for all the Crash games and the Spyro games that they did the remakes for. But I wouldn't feel right jumping into Crash 4 until after I finish this. So I want to try to get this done soon, because I still haven't played the new one yet. I've had it since the day it came out, but I've just never played it. Because I got so caught up in trying to finish all the old projects I had. I just haven't gotten around to it. There's actually a list in the panels down below if you're watching on your computer. And that shows everything I have to go back and finish on stream.
Look out!
Oh gosh.
Yes!
Oh, I didn't keep the boost.
I call dibs on that
Wait,
trophy.
excuse me? I'm this far behind? Did I do this bet on the track? Crunch, get back here. Crunch. Crunch, get back here. Get back here, Crunch. Oh no, they hit a wall. God dang it. Supposed to track him. I lost. We're not gonna talk about it.
Yeah! Try to dodge
We're not gonna talk about it. That didn't happen.
I didn't have my compass. It doesn't
Yeah,
count.
see, just like he said, it doesn't count. He didn't lose. I would never, I would never in a million years lose. I got a lot of stuff to finish. And the stuff that's like do the co-op stuff, it doesn't even show everything that I have planned for co-op. Because there's a few other people that are doing NSO stuff with me that I gotta get in contact with soon about their car's extended warranty. And then we'll hopefully do that. And I gotta pick up House of Ashes. We were talking about the Dark Picture games. I gotta pick up House of Ashes, and I gotta find out when the person I'm gonna be streaming that with will be ready to play it. And even though I have that big list, I'm always like thinking of like what's next. What am I gonna do after? What am I gonna do after that? Which some people have told me, Bud, stop, slow down, do what you gotta do, and then think about what's next. But I'm always like, whether it be this or something else, I'm always like working on something, and I'm always thinking like, what can I do after? What can I do after that? What can I do after that? Squeeze me. That would drive you crazy. What, always thinking what to do next, or that list, because that list drives me crazy. I mean, it's almost Christmas time. Here's the thing. I feel the need to finish games before I move on. Then again, I just complete the main game and move on. Not a full completionist like you, so. I will say, I'm sure a lot of people are very happy about this. When I do stuff co-op with other people, I don't aim for 100%. I just want to like beat the game with them. If they are like, hey, Blood, I want to finish this, I want to 100% this, then it's on. We'll 100% it. Also, I'm very sad that we didn't get like every possible bit of content in this game we could have, because I do know that there are voice actors in the credits that aren't even in the game. Like, there's people that have voice actor credits in this game that aren't even used in the game. Ripto's voice actor is one of them. Raven? What are you doing? Megan? What are you doing? Maybe I take it that you are possibly home? Oh gosh. I can't hear stream very well, but I just want to hop in really quick. You know what? We're not gonna talk about that. It's time. Ravy, I take it you're ready. I did that just because she said she couldn't hear. I don't know if she can hear now, but yeah, I wanted to at least let her know. I saw her. Commits to wiggling. I can see your wiggling a lot. I'm just trying to relearn the game, baby. Oh yeah, I forgot. They give you Sparks. Sparks is the invincibility in this. For Spyro, Hunter, and Nasty Lord. Why do I have that times 4 up in the top right? What is that for? No, I lost it. I feel bad for you, sir. I feel bad for me. Ray, what are we gonna play? I'm not gonna win. But here's the thing. I tried, okay? The game. Can't believe.
Man, I got torched.
I can't believe this has happened. Ravy, how long until... Wait, you said it's time. Are you actually ready right now? Like, if I got off right now, we would get on to the game and play the game? Are we playing Overwatch? We have Fortnite weeklies and then Overwatch 2 Electric Boogaloo. So are you saying if I got off now? Oh, your Xbox is on? Okay. Rave, you're wiggling a whole lot. So, I'm not going to raid because I know there's something I do have to tell Ravy about. Because Ravy's not going to stream until after I tell her this thing. But, If y'all want to see us play Fortnite, if you want to see us play Overwatch 2, if you just want to hang out with Ravy in general, go follow her at Stormy Amethyst, at twitch.tv/Stormy Amethyst. You work 6 days, so you need your sleep, otherwise you would have to join us. Megan, please get some rest. I know it's rich coming from me. But if you need sleep, you should get some sleep. Why wow? What did I do? What did I do? That's a fair point, and that is a very fair point, Ragma. You're off tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week, so you could join us for sure at some point on one of those days. Nice. It'd be nice to play with you again. It's been 20 years. I'm kidding, it's been that long. Bravey? That's also fair. Also, Ravy, don't hate me. I want to do one more race. I have never seen you wiggle this much. Are you hyper tonight? Are you hyper tonight, Ravy? I want to do one more race. Just one more race, Ravy. Just one more race. As my baby boy. Hello, fellow affiliate. Good night, Ragma. Have a wonderful sleep. And again, if you are haunted by Cortex and Tiny, I will take full blame and you can yell at me the next time you get a chance to. But I absolutely do hope that you have a wonderful sleep. How do you do, fellow affiliate? What is happening? What are y'all doing? Wait, I said goodnight, Ragma. I see it's Megan that said goodnight. Goodnight, Megan. I hope you have a wonderful sleep. Because I will. Good night, Rock. Imagine being an affiliate. Ravy, that's you. That's me. That's Lemons. Who's next? Who's next? Also, I should probably race if I said I was going to do one more race. You know... I am honestly terrified. Rampager's next. That was a quiet new, but there you go. I just wanted to do a quick little race as my baby boy to finish off tonight. Alright. Excellent. I'm glad you enjoyed your little film. Hydrate. I will hydrate as soon as the race is over. This is one of my favorite racetracks, and so I also picked it because I feel like it'd be perfect for me to end off on a track that I know I should still be good at. Look at that. Look at that flawless lap execution. Can't do a flip. I shouldn't have opened my big mouth. I should not have opened my big mouth. Flawless, huh? The lap was flawless. Okay? I didn't say the race was flawless, but the lap itself was flawless. I'll do better this time. We'll be our big baby. Our big baby chimkin. Oh, I messed up. Messed up the U-turn right there. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. There we go. We're gonna go past the chimkin again. I am not the best in the world at this game, Ravy. I wish I was, but I'm not. But this is hands down my favorite racing game ever made. Who's that chimkin? Ravy's gonna give me her PS4 so I can play it. She already said she would when she hit 50 followers. Lemons, what do you got? What do you got? Ravy, why'd you say cap? What's cap for? About me not being the best? I can show you my placement in the world on the time trials. Don't fight you, Ray. Online. See, I'm not the best in the world. I don't even know if I have any in the top 1,000 at this point. Yeah, these two I don't have anything on because I need to do the developer time trial. I don't think I have top 1,000 anywhere. Wait, did I? Okay, I didn't. Yeah, I don't have it anywhere, I don't think. I only have Engine Labs, I think. I think Engine Labs is my best one, too. It just called me a loser, put me in zero. Put me in zero. Ravy, put me in zero. Put me in zero. Why is it a certified bruh moment? Why did Tiny Temple not come up? Okay, there we go. Almost top 1,000. It was pretty close. I really don't think I have top 1,000 on any of them. There's only 8 more tracks to check too. Oh, if I could have knocked that down by 4 places, that'd been perfect. Yeah, I don't have top 1,000 on any of them. Gravy, I'm not the best in the world. Not the best in the world. But look at that. I own everything the game has to offer. And look how much credits I got. Like, this had content monthly. And I think every month except for the first month I got everything that popped up in the shop. But if you missed something in the shop, it would pop up a couple months later. Like if it was an event or an event specific thing, it would just come back 2 months later. But I unlocked everything besides that first free update, like before the next one came out. Yeah, I didn't pay anything, but you could pay money for it. But I never had to. But thank y'all so much for stopping by, lurking, chatting. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Hope y'all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night. I can't wait to see y'all again very soon. Goodbye, everybody. I love you all. We'll be back in just a moment in Ravy stream, doing Ravy things. Bye, everybody.